I thought about murdering your exes, but I didn't think about murdering my own.
Having a story to go with that wasn't written in iambic pentameter or whatnot. I don't know what these are. But we all say things that we don't mean when we're angry, but sometimes you just need to say it when you're angry.
Yeah. But also, sometimes you mean it. How dare she put the priority of getting a house over us?
Heard that.
All right, listeners, watchers, readers of all kind. Welcome back to another episode of the Unfinished TBR. I'm Hannah.
I'm Allie.
I'm Kasey.
And today we are doing an episode over 3 poetry books. What is the significance, you may ask? They are by Willow Bowery.
Did you say 3 poetry books?
Yes.
4.
I didn't read the 4th one.
Tortured Poets.
Tortured
Not
Poets.
Tortured Poets. The Death of a Showgirl.
I didn't get to that one. I didn't do that one. Oh.
I got to it.
Okay. Well,
and we will get there.
Yes. Before we
I
get
only
started.
read one.
Before we get started.
I read half of one, actually, now that you mention it.
We need the designated Swiftie to explain the significance of the name Willow Bowery.
Why are we wearing Swiftie merch while reading poetry?
Yes. Yes.
So this author, I found a TikTok, and I do not remember who did this TikTok. If I can find it, we'll tag them. But whoa, that was Southern.
Stop telling on us.
No. There was a TikTok I
she's
saw
doxing us now.
About this TikTok showed how there was an author on Kindle Unlimited called Willow Bowery who had a poetry album or poetry book that was going to drop on the same day as the Life of a Showgirl album.
Right.
And the significance of the name Willow Bowery, which is why it got all of us Swifties kind of up in a tizzy, is William Bowery is the code name, pen name, whatever it's called, for Joe Alwyn on the album Folklore. He is a co-writer, but he is not listed as Joe Alwyn. He's listed as William Bowery.
Okay.
And also in this album of Folklore is a song titled Willow. So we have theories that this would be Taylor Swift writing under a pen name of Willow Bowery, as if they had been married at that point, because this would have been more so, I believe, started when she would have been with Joe, or this could be a dig at Joe, possibly.
Because Tortured Poets Society, he had like a group chat.
Oh yeah, the Tortured Men's Department.
Something like that.
Something along those lines. Yeah. The Tortured Man's Club. Something along those lines.
So I think I think it would be, if that's the case, it would be more of a dig, because I'm pretty sure the very first one came out September of 2024.
Okay. So then, this would have been maybe like a dig kind of at it to be like, haha, I can use this name too, and continue on. Like taking the name back.
Do we
almost.
not like asking Swifties here? Do we not like Joe?
I mean, personally, I don't know enough about their relationship because they kept it so private to know if we would like Joe or not. But if the theories are true that he was stepping out on her,
then we don't like him.
See,
we don't
I've
like
seen,
him. We also didn't
like
like
a bunch
how
of
he
people.
dimmed her glow.
Yeah,
because she was not in the spotlight ever. And we all know she loves to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was telling Hannah, her and Travis are both 2 human exclamation marks.
Yeah.
Exclamation
marks.
Oh my gosh, I
That's what
can't.
she said.
Am I
That's
having
what
a
she calls
stroke?
Travis, actually.
Am I having a stroke?
Maybe.
Don't
she actually
feed
does
into
call
that.
Travis a human exclamation point on the New Heights podcast episode.
Okay.
Law.
Yeah, they're human exclamation points. But Joe Alwyn was never a human exclamation point. He was very much so a comma. Just kind of passed by it. It's there.
It actually kind of slowed you down a little bit.
And as far as I know, he likes to be in the background, preferably. I don't believe he enjoys being the entire center of the attention.
Okay.
He likes his craft, but I don't think he likes the drama that comes with what you do.
Okay.
You know, to be
Anytime
in
they
theater.
asked him about Taylor Swift, well, the interviews that I've seen where they've
Yeah.
asked him about Taylor Swift, he's like, meh.
No comment.
Yeah.
Or
But, you
Keeps it
know, it would
light.
be very frustrating if, you know, you were already trying to be in the spotlight and everybody's like, but
That's
your
true.
girlfriend.
I don't, and a lot of people don't like him because of stuff like that. And I just feel like they weren't right for each other at all.
Yeah. That's how I felt about Maddie Healy. I
Yeah.
love Maddie Healy.
Yeah,
And
well-
everybody's like, oh, they're dating. And I'm like,
They're not right. They
no.
don't fit.
No.
Yeah. They
I
just don't go
imagine
together.
Maddie Healy, like, so sorry for this, like Hannah's height.
That's not a dig on me. That's a dig on him. He's got a Napoleon complex, apparently.
I love him. I love him. No, Maddie Healy. No Maddie Healy.
I am
hate
a
on
fan
this
of the
podcast.
1975, and hilariously enough, before she started dating Maddie Healy, I got Caleb into the 1975, and then I had to turn around and be like, "You can't listen to that around me right now." I
You
need a
have
moment."
listened to the 1975 since 2016. Whenever
Me?
you were in the car with me.
I didn't realize I was.
Yes.
I got into actually knowing who the band was, actually because of another singer called Knox, who sings "You're Not the 1975."
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Song about Caroline.
So, obviously, after Kasey told us that and the fact that they were all on Kindle Unlimited, we had to check them out.
Yes.
And see whether it was actually Taylor Swift or not. So, you and I both started with the Tortured Poets
Yes.
book.
Yes.
So that was the first one that was actually released.
Okay. Can we talk about your favorite ones first?
It's too hard. They're all mixed. They're all mixed.
Did I read the wrong one?
Which one did you
Because
read?
I was not a fan.
You
blame me.
didn't read
Yeah.
all of them.
Don't blame me for what you made me do.
You didn't read all of them. Is
I
the
know.
problem. Because they're
Neither
all.
did you.
But hilariously enough, Don't
You're
Blame
not
Me was
wrong.
my favorite.
Really? I was like,
Really?
there's no way Taylor Swift could have written this. This feels like it was written by a high schooler.
Let's get into it. But let's start
let's
with
just
Tortured
jump
Poets.
into Tortured Poets.
So, I was telling Allie on the last debrief. The last time I've read a poetry book was Falling Up. That was all the way back in elementary school, maybe middle school.
I've read it more recently, but because I was studying to be
Yeah.
a teacher, to
Right,
teach
right,
it
that's
and read
different.
it to children.
Right.
You were technically still in elementary school. It was just
Yeah.
you were an adult in,
In elementary
elementary
school.
school.
Per your mother's request to read these books.
per my mother's request. Yes. So this was like I had to almost retrain my brain a little bit, but I appreciated how quick it was.
I appreciated how quick it was. I forgot. I hate poetry.
Yeah.
I've always
Oh
just
my
liked
God.
poetry.
Yeah.
It's not ever been my thing, and the longer they are, the worse it is.
Yes.
If you give me some short ones, I can sit down and read them and appreciate them. But if you give me a book written in a poetry
Format.
my brain's gonna shut down at some point. Just give me a regular book. If you
Right.
want to write something that big, I want it in a normal novel
Right.
manner.
I do. There were some golden pieces of this.
There
one.
were some really good parts in here.
Yes. Do you have one that was your favorite?
Ooh, a favorite.
Like there was one on teachings of the moon that was the moon teaches us it's okay to go through phases to shine full and then wane into the shadows. I was like, dang.
I think mine was I Stood There. I guess I can just read this entire
Yeah.
excerpt because they're very short.
Exactly.
This one says, I stood there. I stood there not in perfection, but in truth, offering all that I am for your love, for your acceptance, for our journey together, and ended up losing the offer.
That one was a good one.
Yeah, I loved it. Which, of course, I equated that to more reasons why I liked it. It reminded me of the line in the song You're Losing Me on the Midnight's album.
Yes.
Fighting in only your army. Front lines, don't you ignore me.
Yes. Yeah. There were a lot of those little Easter eggs. I don't know if you
Yes.
remember seeing that in the one that you read. But
I have not listened to Don't blame me or
Reputation.
look what you made me do. Yeah,
I'll get to that in a second.
Ooh, look what you made me do.
Look what you
That's the only thing I know.
Well,
That and what's the one song that they always put in slow motion over Nathan Scott and Haley James Scott edits for One Tree Hill? Don't blame me, love made me crazy. If it doesn't, you that one. It hits whenever it's Nathan
it's
Scott.
only whenever it's them, right?
Yeah, it hits.
This girl. But no, there were some gold mines in there, and I do feel like I saw some of Taylor in there whenever I was reading this one. I was like, oh, there she is.
Yeah.
There she is. And then it's like, then I got to thinking, I was like, what if these are just like her, like a journal of hers that she just wrote down some lyrics that maybe she'll use eventually.
Yes.
And then
And
that's
she
what I
is
thought.
known to. She does write poetry on the side.
Right.
We don't think that she's ever published anything.
Right.
We know that she writes it though.
Right.
Well,
So-
I did some research on Willow Bowery. There's no pictures attached.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there's no bio. It's like it just says Willow Bowery.
It's just empty.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, did you have any others from this one that you wanted to talk about? Or do you want to go on to...
Not necessarily in specifics, but I did want to say how many times the songs are mentioned or referenced or a hint into something in her life that we are aware of is brought up. This one is like every single poem
full of references.
is full. I mean, just start the first page. You start out with, I wrote Torture Poets Department, Maddie Healy, question mark. Next poem, You're Losing Me, Midnight's Vault. Next one, Joe Alwyn's referred to as Blue. This is Sapphire. The next one, this reminds me of Bigger Than the Whole Sky. This is off the Midnight's album. Speak Now, 1989, Reputation. Like every single one. It's like someone sat down listening to her music and wrote a poem for every song out there, including the Taylor's versions in the vaults.
Right.
Like not just new stuff or
not
originals.
just the stuff everybody knows,
Yeah.
but like the undercover stuff too.
Yes, the off to the side, no one listened to this really ones.
Yeah, I thought the same thing on this one.
I won't believe it until it references I'd Lie.
I don't know if it was I'd Lie, but something out of that era did come up. Oh my gosh, I wonder if I
Was
can
it
find
in this one or was it in a different one?
I think it was in this one. Okay,
Okay.
you talk. I'm gonna look.
Okay, so like there were a couple that I really enjoyed, but I'm still grateful that it was a shorter book.
Yes, I did appreciate the speed at which I could read this one.
Yeah, it was like bang, 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 you know? And I actually was like, you know what? I kind of like this. And so I started getting into the groove of it whenever we moved on to Don't Blame Me for What You Made Me Do. What'd you find?
I'd Lie. I found one that I marked with I'd Lie.
Was it in this one?
In this one.
What was
Page 106. The title of it was just Green. His favorite color was green, like the first leaves of spring, unfurling with promises of renewal and growth, a testament to the cycles of the earth. Green, it painted his world in the shades of life, from the moss that clung to ancient stones to the jade depths of his dreaming eyes, wandering to her green gaze like moth to the flame of our broken promise. And I wrote down that it reminded me of I'd Lie,
Yeah.
which is an unreleased debut
Yeah.
album song because his eyes are green and he has his mama's eyes, and the whole song is just talking about things that she notices about him that he'd never even notice himself and that she'd lie about later. And in this one, it's just listing out things that she's noticed about him. So it led me to the thought of this is the song I'd Lie.
That's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
I believe it.
Well, let's keep going. Because did you have any others from this one? Or are you ready to go to the Don't Blame Me for What You Made Me Do?
I gotta say on this one, I loved this one. This is not my favorite, I will say. It's my second favorite out of the four. And I just, It's very nice if you're a Swiftie to go through and start looking for what looks like Easter eggs.
Right.
However, I don't think it's Taylor.
Did
From
you
the
start to think
get-go,
that from this?
From
or
this
from
one. This book made me start to question it.
Tortured Poets?
Yes.
Okay.
The Tortured Poets, I'm questioning it.
Okay.
But I've not made an answer.
So on Tortured
Yet.
Poets, I was dead set on it was
You think it's Taylor off of this one?
Yes.
I had, like Allie had mentioned earlier, that it felt very high school. Everything felt very straightforward.
On Tortured Poets?
On Tortured Poets. That's always been my issue, I felt, with poetry, though. That I
Yeah.
felt like it was too in your face.
Kiddish.
A little bit. Now, there are bigger poems that I don't read because they hurt my brain. So, not all of it. But these shorter ones do make me feel a little more
I don't get people who understand
immature.
poetry.
I don't get
You
people
don't understand
who don't
people who
understand some of
understand-
these poetry.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't start getting that feeling until Don't Blame Me for What You Made Me Do.
Don't Blame Me definitely started making me really not think this is her.
So this was the one that was released second by Willow Bowery.
It's called Don't Blame Me for What You Made Me Do.
Also, did the cover make you guys mad? Because
With the
4
snake?
is missing.
Whoa, is it?
Yes.
Did my brain just... Don't blame me. You're right, it is missing.
And that's whenever I saw that, that's when I started to be like, maybe this isn't Taylor.
Maybe not.
Because
maybe
I
they
feel
had
like
to
Taylor
cut
wouldn't miss
it
that.
because it was too close to the actual lyric.
Maybe. But the book is still titled it. So if
Yeah.
it was an issue with a copyright thing, you'd think
Yeah.
it would have changed the entire title of the thing, right?
Yes.
But it's like the title is still Don't Blame Me for What You Made Me Do, but the title page, like the cover, is Don't Blame Me What You Made Me Do.
Yeah, that's a little painful.
Yes!
Taylor would have caught that.
She
and
would
I
have caught
did
that.
in this one start realizing there are typos and errors that I don't think Taylor would have let slide.
Really?
I don't know that I
didn't see
highlighted some of these, but you start noticing them after a while that they're just misspellings occasionally or like doubled words.
I did
That
not
would have
catch
been
that.
she would have had a bigger team. You know,
Right.
not necessarily that Taylor's perfect and she wouldn't have had
Right,
a typo.
right.
She has
She's
the
got the
money to
team.
afford several other people to reread her stuff.
Exactly.
To find things like that.
Exactly.
And this seems like somebody who has one editor, maybe.
Right. Maybe
Um,
themselves.
Yeah, or it's just themselves,
Yeah.
which is fine, you know.
Uh-huh.
But I just don't feel like this had the funding
I did not.
that I think Taylor would have come with.
I did not think about that.
Yeah.
Well, obviously
Which,
not if the cover was
cover is
missing.
messed up, you know, that and if that is a
You
mistake
know?
in general.
You know, like, did you notice that at all?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
I didn't know.
I was so focused on get this done, and I didn't get it done.
Bless. Did you like it at least?
I don't like poetry. I feel
I
like
know.
I'm not a good person to ask that question to.
Yeah.
So I actually liked the structure of this one better than the first one.
This was
Where
my
it, like,
favorite.
it had a
Diary
story.
entries. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my favorite out of all 4 of them. I loved it the most.
I think I did too because of the structure. However, here's what I will say. I hated when I realized they were in high school.
Yeah.
I was like, no, this is supposed to be like make it like a job or something, like not going down
why did
through
you
the
assume
hallways.
that they were older, I guess?
Well,
Because
because
it's
it
Taylor
felt so
Swift?
heavy. It felt so heavy, you know, like.
Oh. Well, see, this is actually hilarious because Allie mentioned she didn't know much of the Reputation era stuff because the cover, Look What You Made Me Do, is from Reputation. This is actually about folklore. This is the love triangle between August, Betty, and what's his name? James, from the songs Cardigan, August, and Betty on the Folklore album, which is actually like written in high school. August is the summer fling
Now why
with James.
Now why would they do that? Why would she do that?
Why did Taylor do that, or
No,
why
why
did this
the book
person
do that? When
I don't know.
when
That
it's
made me mad.
referencing- Yeah,
The cover was
It's-
deceptive to me.
yeah, it's Reputation.
I think there should have at least been some trees, something to
Yeah.
hint that this was going to be it.
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
this?
Oh, I
was
didn't. I've
expecting
never listened to
Reputation.
folklore.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're
wrote
missing
down
out,
my
man.
first note was on page 16. I know 100% this is the folklore love triangle because it says, on the edge of forever. Here's what the poem says. Something about it made me think of it, though.
Okay.
We stood there once on the edge of forever, the sea carrying our promises like waves, endless and untouchable. But now the ocean only brings the sound of distance, and the taste of loss lingers like salt on my lips. That's the line. And another one. The door is closed, its rusted frame. Some things are meant to stay open, but don't. I stand here on the shoreline waiting for you to turn back, by the wind has already taken your name away. So the thing that made me be like, this is 100% about the triangle there is that the song August starts out with the line, salt air on and the rust on your door is the first two lines there. I never needed anything more.
This is why I needed you so bad whenever I was reading them, is because I didn't catch that, because my brain is like, this is Reputation because of the cover
Yeah.
and the name of it. I was like, this is Reputation.
For the first 15 pages, I was like, this is not the right album for the cover at all.
So that's another.
This feels wrong.
So that's another piece of evidence of this not being Taylor.
No, I feel
in
like
my
Taylor would
opinion.
have made it more connected
Yes.
to the cover. Even if she did keep the title, she would have made the cover art or something look more
Right.
folklore-esque.
Right.
You know?
If it's going to be referencing that.
Yeah. So I feel like this was written from the perspective of August, who is
Okay.
the girl who gets ditched at the end of the summer because James goes back to Betty after he's, had his
Poor
summer
Addie's
fling.
Poor August.
And then it ties into, do we want to do spoilers? I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
I don't think it matters.
Then it ties in towards the end there with Nobody, No Crime, where
Yes.
she has now killed him.
Yes, honestly, now that you're saying that about
Which I
about
think is
the
Evermore.
folklore, yeah, but I mean
They're sister albums.
they're dual, yeah. Now that you've said that about the folklore album, now I can see the Nobody No Crime.
Yeah. Which this is a lot more in Nobody No Crime there's several murders. This is actually nicer with only one.
Nobody No Crime is just one murder.
No, he kills off his wife and then
Oh,
she
okay.
kills off
Okay.
him because the wife was her best friend.
I didn't like him anyway.
Yeah.
So
I think I did it, but I just can't prove it.
I think he did it, but I just can't prove it. Anyway,
I like that song whenever it's making like characters and it's like a
oh, they did it.
yeah. I
Like,
think
well,
they did it, but I just can't prove it.
God.
those are funny. I love those.
I love that trend. I'm like, they definitely did it.
I did like the twist in here that you go from the morning over time to she snapped at some point and doesn't remember it. I like that. Very obvious twist if you were Allie, probably, because she always says it's the DID thing or they blacked out.
See, I literally, once I figured out that they were in high school, it lost all significance for me.
Really?
I know. I have fallen for the trap of adulthood where, like, high school cares are, like,
Okay, boomer.
yes. Yeah. I'm
the
really,
old
like,
one, and I was cool with it.
I was like, oh, you're in high school. You'll get over it. Like,
You will, but remember being in high school and your
Yes.
You
emotions
never
are
get
right
over it.
here
yes,
at all times.
All the time.
So you don't just get over it. I could see someone easily snapping.
And see, like also with high school, it's even worse because I never see my exes anymore. In high school, you have to see them every
Hey again.
day.
Right.
And they're
Sit
walking
beside
with other
them.
girls.
I just wallowed. I didn't think about murdering them.
Well, I didn't consider murder.
thought
I'm
about-
just saying.
I never considered
think
murder.
Other people did.
I thought about murdering your exes, but I didn't think about murdering my own, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Tortured
I feel
poets
like the
put me
hormone-
back in time. I will say
Yeah.
that. Not tortured poets.
Don't blame
The
me
one
for-
with the snake.
Don't blame me for
Yeah.
what you made me do. Yeah, yeah.
It
That,
does. It brings you back to high school. For
yeah,
a minute.
and I guess that's where I couldn't relate because I never went through like the anger. I went through just the sadness. Like it was just depression. That was it. Like,
and it's just the first half of the book.
Yeah, once she switched to, like, I was proud of
Yeah.
her whenever she switched to, who does he think he is? What, he thinks he can just erase me? He thinks he can just get rid of me? Like, I was like, oh, get it, girl. Get it.
But
Could
also
never be
maybe
me.
don't murder somebody.
Yeah, and then it ended up being like murder, and I was like, honey, you're in high school. Like, he's not worth that. Like, God, you just ruined your life right there. Way to go.
She doesn't get caught in this one. No body, no crime, obviously.
Right?
He's just a missing person,
I'm
guys.
so mad. I'm so mad that it was misleading with the cover like that. Like, that makes me really
Do you have to go back
angry,
now
actually.
and listen to Folklore Evermore and then reread this?
I
real
guess
quick?
I have to. I guess I have to.
Hannah listened to Reputation and Prep, probably.
Ugh. My God. I went into it thinking of that. And
Yeah, it was very deceptive. I started out going, this is not the right stories that
But
I thought would
you-
happen. And then by page 15, I went, oh, I know which stories these are. Okay.
Oh, I did have one quote that I wanted to talk about. The things you never did echo louder than anything you ever said.
Oh, gosh, yes. That resonated with me because I've
Oh,
always
yeah.
been an action over words kind of person.
Yeah.
Or
For
at least in how I
sure.
judge other people.
I was like, holy
Yeah.
cow, that one hit,
Which
dude.
you never did. Speaks loudly. I had one that really hit me that I loved, and it was this line in the poem Loneliness. And it says, loneliness is not the absence of others, it's the absence of being understood.
Yes.
I was like, I feel
dude, that one hit
I feel
too.
misunderstood very often.
Yes. And that's what I really liked about this one was the going back and forth from the journal entries to the poems and like all of it
Yes.
kind of tying together into
Having
this
a
overall
story to go with that
Yes.
wasn't written in iambic pentameter or whatnot. I don't know what
Right.
these are, but that's just the first one off the top of my head. But
I love it.
So, as far as the one that you picked to read, I think you picked a good one to read.
Okay.
I
just don't like poetry, so I'm not a good person.
she also
to
is
like.
not a huge Taylor Swift fan.
No,
either.
I'm not
She's a
huge.
highlights person.
I like Taylor. I love her personality, and I love that her and Travis are together. I think they're very
cute.
But I think they are the American king and queen.
They
The
are
king of the castle, king of the castle.
prom queen and king.
Yes.
Up there,
Oh,
you know.
100%
Yeah,
prom king and queen.
definitely.
But yeah, I really like her older stuff. I think Red is probably my favorite. Nope. The purple one.
Speak Now.
Yes.
Those are two good ones.
The purple one is my favorite.
Speak Now is my favorite as well.
It's hard to beat.
It is.
Also, we have the nostalgia with it.
That
though.
too.
True.
You can't beat the
Speak
nostalgia.
Now came out in high school right after
Yeah.
I had a very, very large breakup and friendship breakup. So I was in Victoria's car scream singing Better Than Revenge and the non-kosher line that they use,
Nice.
I still, by the way, don't listen to the Taylor's version of Better Than Revenge.
Yeah, no.
There's no moth to flame.
No.
If I'm singing it, I'm misogynistic right now. I am angry.
It's not misogynistic
No.
anyways. Every girl says it.
You're
I'm
just
just
calling it like it is.
yeah.
We all say things that we don't mean when we're angry, but sometimes you just need to say it when you're angry.
Yeah.
But also, sometimes you mean it.
We're not saying
Wow.
slurs or anything.
No.
We're calling it for what it is.
You're being a little trashy, you
Yeah.
know, and we're being trashy in our thinking because we're being immature at the moment.
Well, if they're
Nah,
going
if
to be
somebody's
immature
a
to
slut,
start with.
I'm gonna call them a slut.
I mean, yeah, call it what it is. So, did you have anything else with this one? Where you read it?
no, I did feel like it was a bit repetitive, but if you're looking for the right lyric, then it's going to be repetitive whenever you're writing down ideas. So,
Right.
yeah, it just
Right.
kept being like, I'm burning inside. I'm burning inside. And I'm like, dude, no, you're not. You need to go get that checked.
They make medicine for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I will let you finish these out.
Okay.
Peace.
I love you so much.
I love you.
I love you all so much.
Allie hates us and
No.
she's leaving.
No, I have to go get a house.
Yeah, she's going to get a house. So, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I fully support that.
Yeah. And I got to go before it closes. So,
Love you.
I love you.
Okay, so Allie hates us And she
Yeah.
left us.
How rude.
How dare she put the priority of getting a house over us?
Heard that.
Busted.
Don't hate you all. I'm gonna get a house.
Love you. Bye. I'm locking this door now. So Allie hates us.
She's like, you know what? You're right. No, but she only read the one. So obviously she's going to go get a house and we'll just continue the rest here. Because I've got one more that I read, which was Clownery. So,
I read Clownery.
what did you think of it?
That was a book. I read it.
I
I couldn't follow the storyline very well. What are your thoughts? I've talked a lot.
So I liked the extra element of storytelling in this one. One, I thought the main piece, Clownery, was phenomenal.
Oh, did I even highlight the Clownery one?
Phenomenal. It was talking about, it was essentially being addicted to social media and the social media.
Oh yes, I
presence and
remember
stuff.
that one.
And the one I highlighted here was come by, this life, this mask, we promise joy if you don't ask. And I was like, the entire poem, I was sitting there just dumbfounded because of how good it was.
Yes.
And such a good representation of what social media does to your psyche.
Yeah. All that instant gratification, and then immediately they're there to tear you back down too.
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
I
So
will say that was the highlight of the whole thing. I had
Yes.
high hopes after reading that because that's
Yes.
early on, isn't it? It's early on in the
Yeah,
book.
it's like the very first one.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't highlight anything on it immediately, but no, I did.
Yeah.
I did actually. Here it is because it is the first one.
Yes.
I highlighted, come try, they sang, we cost no more than your undivided soul.
Yes.
Just your secrets, just your time. Give us youth and we'll make you shine. Inez swiped and lost her name. She watched them spin and played their game, clipped her voice into a soundbite, sold her sadness by the bite. And it's bite as in BYTE. as
Yes.
in, bites in a computer.
Yeah. That
was-
entire one was genius. So I highly recommend at least reading that particular poem out of that one.
Hashtag sharp.
Yes.
No sleep, no reel. And it could be real or like a reel because that's what they call YouTube reels
Yep.
or Facebook reels.
Instagram reels.
Yep. Instagram ones. Come by this life, this mask. We promise joy if you don't ask. As long as you don't ask for joy, you'll have it. That was a really deep one.
Yes, it was.
My
And
hopes
putting
were
the mask
way up
on,
here.
Having the mask on at the dinner table and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. It set the expectations up to here.
And then after that point, it just all started going down.
I will say it was a
There
little
were some
hard.
highlights in there, though.
Yeah, it was a little hard to follow like the whole overall story.
The overall
but I
main
liked
one.
the structure of the big story.
I liked having a big story to
Yes.
follow. I did not like how this one was done, I guess. Because I loved the last one. It had a big story I was following through all these
Right.
poems. This one did not seem... I guess I needed those breaks out of the poetry format.
I gotcha.
And you're not really given that here.
No.
I don't recall any moments where it breaks out of poetry, does it?
It doesn't break out of poetry. No, it does like break up the storytelling of this
Yeah.
town or whatever where all of this stuff has happened. It does break it up
Yeah.
into like smaller poems, kind of like the first book is.
Right, but not like the letters we got in the
Right.
or the journal,
Journal
entries we
entries.
got in
Right.
the last one. I think I needed that mental break
I gotcha.
to understand fully what was going on because like halfway through I'm sitting here going, oh my god, I forgot about the town. What are you all
Right.
doing in the town?
Right. Is everybody
What
okay?
am I supposed to be seeing here? I feel like this is supposed to be metaphorical, but I keep getting lost
Right.
on where we're at. And maybe that's just me not understanding poetry as well as others could because I don't read it as often.
Right.
Maybe. I don't
gotcha.
know. It just didn't feel like my cup of tea, though.
I gotcha. Did you notice any parallels between any of the stories in this one?
Well, the main people's names are Betty
Yes.
and Inez, which is folklore again. I didn't mark that. A
And-
lot
and-
of the names were... A whole section is called Treachery, which is there's a song on Red called Treacherous.
And see, I made that connection with the folklore and the Evermore with the names and everything, but and I remembered on the Eras Tour movie that we went to go see.
Yeah.
It was, she said that those albums were her getting more into storytelling, and
Yeah.
I felt like this poetry book kind of tied in that, so I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely Taylor.
Yeah.
You know, and but I'm with you. It kind of felt like it felt a little scattered
Yeah.
between after the initial one, and then you got a long section of storytelling that were larger poems and everything, and then you got little spurts of small poems again, and then you got more storytelling, but that tied back to the original. But it's like, what was that break for?
Yeah.
And then it broke again, and then tied back to clownery at the end. And at that point, I was like, okay, like sync up, dude.
Yeah.
Just like line back up. That's where I started to question whether it was
or not.
I mean, more than I already was with the
Yeah,
cover.
we're
of the
already-
last one.
Already starting to question. Let's talk about the cover of this one a little bit. I'm going to have to
Yes.
go back to it real quick.
Yes,
The cover on this one, don't know if you all can see
I'll
that.
put it
She'll
here.
put it up here.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of the clowning that all of the Swifties have done.
Mm-hmm.
Like Folklore the Musical. Her legs are insured for $40 million. Here's some of the things that I remember. 5 Holes in the Fence we thought was going to be something to do with the Lover album. Was supposed to be a title. No, It's Becky is a girl who just looked a lot like Taylor Swift. But it was No, It's Becky. It's not Taylor.
Yes, I do remember that.
Olivia is a crazy one to put on here because there is the rumor that Olivia and her have had lawsuits. Olivia Rodrigo and Taylor Swift have had lawsuits. Capitalism, obviously, she makes a lot of albums.
Obviously.
Everything to do with Joe. It's got the Carly Kloss drama written on it. It's got Gaylor. It has the VMAs. Lover Deluxe that we never got. Evil Twin in Japan is hilarious to have on here, though. That is so deep into the internet for this one to be here. There's so many more that even I didn't know.
Law.
And the No Belly Button one is something I just came up upon myself in the Taylor Swift world. Have you heard that theory?
No.
There was a theory for so long that she didn't have a belly button, that she was not of this world even. And it was because she had that whole red era where she wore high-waisted bikinis.
And so
And
nobody
she-
saw.
Yeah, she really just wanted to keep part of her body private. It was something no one had seen. It was to herself. No one had judged her belly yet, like her belly button.
God.
And then it almost got leaked that somebody took a photo and was going to post it that she had a belly button. And so she had to take a selfie on the 4th of July in a bikini with all of her friends and be like, yep, here's my belly button, guys. I just
That's
love this. This
insane.
is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
And I just sat and read it for forever.
you're right.
Forever.
Because it's got its own little Easter eggs in there.
It does.
Yeah. I thought it was really a genius cover, especially after the last one being messed up.
Yeah, it was.
And so between the cover and that first poem, I was like, oh,
This is gonna be good.
it.
Yeah. No, and
then it
I
got
kept
ruined.
reading because I was like, this
Right.
is going to get better.
Right.
And eventually I did get more understanding of what happened in the town, I think.
Yeah. But then
what do you think happened in the town?
I think there was just like a whole bunch of just misery and just leftover ghosts in the town, you know?
Yeah.
Things that happened and nobody could get past, and the town itself couldn't get past and just held on to, which is very symbolic of how we do with things that come up sometimes, is we hold on to it a little bit too long. And
that's how I was kind of feeling. I was like, this is about the skeletons in our closets,
Right.
you know? But it took me until like the third round it come back up that I was like, oh, okay, I guess you could do it that way if you wanted.
Yeah, especially after the whiplash from going from that first poem into storytelling. It's like, Okay, are these not connected? No, they're
No,
actually not.
They're not. I kept waiting for them to be connected was the thing.
Yeah.
And they
yeah.
never were. It was
Yeah.
two separate things.
Oh, yeah. The one, if I was dead, you think your secrets die with me, but ink is not so easily free.
Yeah.
That one was good.
That's a good line.
Because it's almost, me and Allie were talking about this on the debrief. Because she asked me, whenever I brought these up, she asked me what my favorite poem was. And my favorite poem is the one where William Shakespeare is talking about his love. Mm-hmm. And he said, as long as men have eyes to read and ears to hear and hearts to feel, your memory will live on, or you'll live on. Saying through the poem, because he wrote down his love for her, his love is going to live on through generations. And this is almost like a dark side of that, where because
it will live on,
because ink never dies, you'll never fully get rid of me.
Yeah.
You know, like I was like, oh, this is the scary version.
Yeah. I like this line, and I don't. It's such a strange line to me. And it's in a part that says, "There is no justice here, no gavel, only red paths meant to unravel. The village keeps its grief in jars and lines the shelves like pickled scars." And I liked that line.
I like it
it's
too.
Pickled scars. One, I already hate pickles, so it added to the disgust of this. But like,
dang it, Allie!
You know, you're holding.
She loves pickles. She'd fight about that.
They're so nasty.
They are. It smells terrible.
But pickled scars, it tickled me for one. I just thought that was so funny.
Right.
Pickled scars. And then just having you're just letting this sit here and ferment. Mm-hmm. And you're just dwelling in it. And it's nothing, you're not even getting a good sweet wine out of it at the end.
It's
you're
just
getting
bitter.
Bitter pickles, vinegar over here.
And so, which ties in more the you're holding on to things.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
Eat the pickle.
Mm-hmm. Get rid of it.
Eat it as a cucumber.
Give it to Allie. Like, that's what I usually
Give it
do.
to Allie. Me too. Allie ends up when we all go out to eat with a pile of pickles on her plate.
And she loves it.
Yeah.
Weirdo. Amanda's the same way, though. Love you, Amanda.
Oh. Y'all can keep them. Now, this one did have a lot because it was the clownery one.
Yes.
There's also a section titled Woodvale, which is what people had theorized was the title of Folklore in Evermore before it came out.
Really?
It was the fan theory.
I did highlight one in Woodvale. It was the only truth that shall prevail is buried deep within. Because nobody knows your truth except for you.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Sitting on those pickled shelves back there. Oh, this one made me question, again, if this was Taylor. While thunder cracked in wrathful wrath. Can you have wrathful wrath?
Yeah, that one tripped me up too.
Use the same word to describe the word.
No.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one tripped me up too. I was like...
It's like saying you're gently gentle.
Yeah.
Of course you are. It's gentle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that made me be like, are you, Taylor? I don't think so. This is really heavily not leaning in that direction. I'm like 75% no, 25% maybe.
At that point, I was still the opposite. 75% yes, 25% no.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And
if I'd have caught the cover, I'd have already been like 99% no. And you caught the cover and we're like, no, it still could be.
I thought maybe I just missed it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I did come through it, but I was like, no, maybe it's still her.
It could still be. She was hopeful. She wanted it to be her so much.
I kind of did, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but I did. But yeah, so, but I can tell you exactly when that ended.
Yeah. We keep going. We even get a poem titled Even Twin in Japan. 5 holes in the fence I just talked about with no belly button. I thought before we get to the one, because this is just 2 more before it, there's one that's hilarious. It's called Rhyming Car with Bar. And if you've ever listened to multiple Taylor Swift hits back to back, she rhymes. She's in the car driving home from the bar often. I'm in the getaway car. He met me at the hotel bar. And this poem is really just, it says, R, far, par, star, jar, scar, har, guitar, cigar, bizarre.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, that's hilarious. Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. That was very funny to me. That was very funny.
Then we get Famous, which is a link to Kanye West in the 2016? No,
it was sooner than that.
Sooner than whatever year.
Whatever
the
year that
VMAs
was.
where he takes the mic away from her. Get that. And then we come upon
Wait.
the smoking gun. What?
Because there's another one.
Was there another one?
I'm pretty sure. Hold on a second. Let me find it. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, yeah. She had one titled Karma.
Oh, Karma. I forgot to note that. Karma was the what they thought Reputation was going to be called. Mm-hmm. It's actually considered a lost album right now. That one they think still exists out there in the abyss. But we just never got it because everybody was canceling Taylor at that point.
There was a line in Bougie Anxiety. How do you explain to a world that sees you polished, you're still cracking underneath? And I thought of I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good connection. I didn't even think of that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I did like the poem Bougie Anxiety. That was a good one.
And the very next one, Breakdown, was No One Noticed because I smiled through the shatter.
Yeah.
Same tie there.
These were the poetry in this one was not that bad. It was just the story poetry.
Right.
It was just too thick. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Maybe
a little
I just
bit too
don't have
deep in the woods.
Yeah. Maybe I just don't have the vocabulary for it.
I appreciated the effort that took.
Yeah.
To tell a
but
story.
I didn't understand it enough to appreciate it. Actually.
Yeah. Also, I know it wasn't on purpose, obviously, because everybody's font size is different.
Yeah.
But there was occasionally a line that would move on to the next page, and it was like so poetic, and I was like,
yeah.
If only this was on purpose. But actually, it's just how I've got my Kindle settings.
Yeah.
Like, it would be perfect if you just turned the page and there was the one word,
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case.
Be like turning in Fourth Wing or an Onyx Storm.
Yes.
Evil Twin in Japan just cracks me up. That's so deep. There's a rumor that Taylor Swift has an evil twin and that she was banished to Japan to stay out of the spotlight so Taylor could shine because the other one's evil.
That's insane.
And she's like got red hair. And I don't know if this is like a person who looks like Taylor or it's crazy though.
That is insane. Folklore musical, of course.
Yes,
is in there.
Of course.
Moss covered stage.
That one
hilarious. Is because that's what that was on the Eras tour. Mm-hmm. No belly button. Snake Baby.
Now I don't know what Snake Baby would be in reference to with Taylor beyond just snakes and Reputation.
Right. Oh yes, here we go. Illuminati.
Okay.
Dude, I read this one and all of my 25% that was like unsure completely flipped to sure. I was like, this is Taylor.
Really?
I'm dead serious. Illuminati said, they said I must have sold my soul to glow like this, as if light doesn't come from surviving, as if women can't shine without conspiracy. And I was like, that's so Taylor coded.
Bob the man.
Exactly. I was like, if that is so Taylor coded, you can't convince me otherwise. And then the very next one made me angry. So we're not gonna. I'm gonna cut it. But
I was skipping that one on purpose.
Yeah, I was like.
It still seemed like Taylor would have wrote it.
Oh yeah. It still felt like Taylor would have wrote it, but I was like, okay, this is a little bit exhaustive. But I was still like, this is Taylor, And then very few after that. And then there was Famous. I liked Famous too. I wanted to be famous until strangers knew my smile, but not my silence. Until they loved the version of me I had to keep performing. Now I dream of being known by one person with no camera and no exit interview. And I was like, oh. Yeah, that feels like somebody as famous as Taylor.
Capitalism, I gave my 20s to the spreadsheet and my 30s to the algorithm. Still broke, still tired, still waiting for the lunch break that saves me. And I thought this was a nice line to like tie in that they think she puts like narcotics in her songs and Who's Afraid of Little Old Me.
Right.
But I'm just a business.
Yes. Yes, that is a good tie.
Yeah.
That there were so many in this section that was such a good tie to it being tailored to where I was like, yes, this is Taylor. And then
we get to the smoking gun of Gaylor.
We get to Gaylor.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, You ruined it, Willow.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, you're not Taylor.
You sold yourself out.
You played yourself. Congratulations,
Yes.
you played yourself. Because they said you're reading too much into it. Just lyrics, just fashion, just friendship. But I've seen closets with mirrors on every wall and no door out. Like,
Yeah, Taylor's come out and made several statements that she's a very large supporter of the LGBTQIA plus, but she is not. She has even stated, "I am not a part of it.
right.
I want to support something that I'm not a part of." This is clearly a Gaylor has written this. Very good with all of your stuff. You convinced her for 3
Yes.
that this was Taylor Swift.
I got
Good job.
convinced.
Good job.
And then you ruined it. Soiled
Yeah.
it.
She's put out too many release things for her to have written this herself.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way. No way.
No.
But if anybody else, if anybody is one of those people that's like, oh yeah, she's gay.
Yeah.
Then this is like, no, it's for sure her. She's trying to tell us.
That's true. That's so true. They are hardcore. That is a very tight knit group.
Yes. Yeah.
But
they are.
she's refuted that several times very openly. And I just don't think this would be her.
Oh yeah. So after that, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Even if Taylor was in the closet, it's the fact that if she doesn't want out right now, let her
leave
sit
it
there
alone.
then if she is.
let her get married.
Right? If she wants a lavender marriage, let her have that.
Yeah.
Guys.
Bruh,
So I don't
chill.
think she would write this to be like, yeah, they don't. Only this certain group sees the real me. I think she'd be like, guys, stop. I was trying to stay in this room where I felt comfortable.
Right.
And you're dragging me out kicking and screaming. Like, it's not cool.
Oh my god, it's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, the immediate switch I felt where it was like, I'm 100% on board that this is Taylor, and then I'm 100%.
I laughed
No longer.
literally out loud when I saw that one. Never mind. No, it's not. Never mind.
Had you already read this when I sent that?
No, I was like, oh, well, there's that. I wasn't far behind you though, so and like I told you into
Yeah.
this one, I was already 75
Right.
no, 25 maybe.
Right.
And I was like, it could be, I guess,
Rob. So I didn't really, obviously, that was about it for me. I haven't read
Yeah.
The Death of a Showgirl. Have you read it?
Okay, look, I have read 25% of Death of a Showgirl,
Okay.
and maybe, I just don't know what this is referencing, but it started out. Can I get back to this? I started just highlighting names of things that were in reference to either Showgirl or Taylor Swift stuff again.
Right.
It talks about Opalite, Ophelia, Sweet and Vanilla Sweat and Vanilla Perfume. And then I couldn't do anything more. I stopped reading it and said, I don't want to read anything anymore if I have to read this.
Just pluck out my eyeballs.
Please
right
remove
now.
my abilities. I don't want it. So I was like, this is probably a good point to just not read anymore. So this is going to be a DNF. I cannot finish The Death of a Showgirl by Willow Bowery. It's not my cup of tea. Where it's in the very beginning. Obviously, I'm in the very beginning.
Did it go straight to Kindle Unlimited or did you have to buy it?
Oh, it went straight to Kindle Unlimited
Okay.
right after it dropped. So,
Okay.
'Cause when you first looked at it before the release, it was like $8 for the one.
I literally told
But-
myself, I was like, I'm not going to pay $8
Yeah.
for
Well,
this.
if I'd gotten to it and it was pay, I was gonna get it and then like let you use my Kindle. I was just gonna log in and be like, here you go.
You're so sweet.
We'll pay for one.
But with it being straight to Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah. I was like, okay, we're cool. Cool. The table of contents had me very excited. It's the 7 deadly sins. You start out with a prologue, and then the titles are pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, and lust, and then an epilogue.
Ooh.
And
I do
that
like
started
that.
out really promising. I liked the prologue a little bit, but
And
mostly
then-
just the very first part. It goes into like character names and what they're doing on a set in the background. But there were so many names, it was overwhelming. Because you start out with Horatio, Celia, Tybalt, Kent, Cassio, Banquo, Lucio, Bianca, Osric, Barnardine, and then the chorus of people.
Holy
The
cow.
Swifties. It's an ease of swiftness. They're Swifties, which I thought was funny.
That is very funny. But dang, that's a lot to keep up with.
And that literally, you've not even started the story. You get one poem, and then you get tiny poems about all those character names and what they do, and the chorus, and then you go into like a story. You start into Pride.
And it's got those people in it.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's a lot to keep up with. It's heavily written in the poetic form. Obviously, there's no breaks in it,
Right.
which was already beaten on me to begin with.
Right.
But it's supposed to show, by the end of it, you see how it relates back to the deadly sin that it's in.
Mm-hmm.
I just couldn't
can't
keep
get there.
myself focused enough to find it. Maybe if I put this down and don't read poetry for another year, I can come back and be like, oh yeah, this was good. I understand it now.
Maybe. But it's so much poetry back to back.
It is. And that it could just be that, but I don't know. It just seemed very...
I gotcha.
I ended up skimming through parts. I was skipping lines, and I was like, this is just not doing this justice. I can't talk about this fully.
Right.
And again, poetry's not always my thing.
Yeah, same.
But I think I gave it 62 pages in. I think that was a good shake out of 250, you know.
Oh my gosh, that's our longest one yet then.
Yeah, it is the longest. It put my time at, should take 2.5 hours to read. And it took me an hour to read the first part that said should take 30 minutes. Because I kept reading and I would go, let's go do something else.
Right,
Let's take a nap. Let's go elsewhere.
Yeah, let's take a nap. Let's
Yeah.
do something, anything different.
Yeah.
I think that's when you dread picking a book up, I think that's a clear indicator that it's time to set it down. So
Yeah.
good on you. Good on you for setting it down. Proud of it. Also, I'm so glad that you made some of these connections for me that I failed
That part was
to
fun.
realize. Yeah.
I had fun doing that.
Yeah.
And
so,
there's a ton more I missed. I'm not a Swiftie according to a lot of things on the internet. I'm just their local Swiftie.
She's our local flavor Swiftie.
Yeah, exactly. I just sprinkle a little here and there.
No, but it does make, I mean, it still doesn't make entire sense, but it helps solidify some of the questions that I had. So thanks for that. But
Well,
I don't know. What else did you notice? Have you read these books?
Yeah.
If not.
and what did we rate them? Did you rate these on your Goodreads or anything?
Yes, I did on my Fable.
I gave everybody, and I didn't rate Showgirl because I didn't finish it, obviously.
Right.
I rated everybody 3 stars.
Let's see.
As these are books, I did read them.
Let me find it again. Hold on.
If you catch me with a 4-star, it's because I'm old and couldn't figure out how to work my Kindle when it was helping me rate them. It's an accident. It's supposed to be 3.
Law.
And that seems to be somewhat on point overall. Oh, you tell me what you rated them.
So I gave the first one 4.25.
Okay.
Because I actually liked that pretty good. Don't Blame Me was at a 4 until I realized it was high school. Brought it down to a 3.5. There's only 6 reviews on it, and it's a 4.4 overall. But and then Clownery, I originally gave it 3.75.
Yeah.
But then by the end of it, it moved down to a 3.
moved a bit,
So.
yeah. I gave them all 3s just in general because it's not my favorite thing I've read. Out of all of them, I could have maybe bumped up Don't Blame Me to a 4, but it's more like it would have been a 3.5.
I gotcha.
Tortured Poets, though, on Goodreads is rated 3.79 overall. Don't Blame Me for What You Made Me Do is rated 3.8 overall, and Clownery is rated 4.07 overall.
See, and that's what it is. I've got favorite parts of each of them.
Yeah.
But like overall, I guess with my overall ratings, technically Tortured Poets is my favorite.
Yeah, and maybe I don't understand The Death of a Showgirl because they've also rated it 4.1 overall.
Yeah, but also how many are doing it?
21 ratings with 7 reviews.
How many are doing it just because it's a tie to?
That's very likely too.
You know, because that can skew you as well.
Yeah.
And
Also-
I know I've been skewed before with with authors that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, their work might not be the newest book might not be great, but it's an author that I like, so
I'll bump you a little more.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah. So I mean,
I don't. That just holds you at your 3 stance.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I respect it.
I will keep you at a neutral one that's not going to hurt your Goodreads rating, but I will
Right.
not give you a 4.
Right. I get it. So I mean, you're better than me. I'm bad about getting skewed.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes. Finally,
No.
we can talk about this unironically. Yes.
Not in any way.
Oh my gosh.
My life's a hot mess.
You're a hot mess.
You're a hot mess. It's actually
So-
romantic.
So, what did we miss from talking about these
Because we
books?
did. We missed a lot.
Yes. What other Easter eggs did you find that we might not have caught, even our local Swiftie here? What other connections did you make? And what was your favorite? What was your favorite poem out of all the books? Because I don't like grouping them as books. Like, what was your favorite
Right.
book? Because there were little bits
Yeah.
and pieces out of each one.
You got a favorite poem out of each book?
Yes. Let us know down in the comments below, or come find us on social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, The Unfinished TBR. We've got an email, theunfinishedtbr@gmail.com. We are on YouTube. We're on Spotify with brand new episodes every single Monday. So you might as well subscribe so that you don't miss a thing. We've got plenty in store for the rest of the year. So come check us out, and we will see you next week. Bye. Love you.
Mwah.